Good evening, family. Welcome back. Today is day number 27 inside the 30K in 90 days challenge. My name is Tracy Walker, and it's not what you see. Well, no, actually, it's what you see is what you get. It is what you see. What you see is what you get. That is a topic for today. And before we get into everything, let me just give you guys a little intro just in case you are completely new to my channel here, or if you're tuning in over on Facebook for the very first time. Again, my name is Tracy Walker. I am a baseball mom, and we are now at a point where my son is wanting to do this flag football thing, right? So he can do flag. Okay, that's the extent. He's a baseball kid, so we're gonna keep his brain and we're gonna keep all that intact. Now, all you football moms, I love y'all, but not over here. Okay, we can do some flags. So we'll probably be starting that soon. Okay, but nonetheless, overall, baseball mom. All right. In addition to that, business wise, I am a documented seven-figure earner here inside of the digital marketing arena, and I've been able to do quite well over the past 17 years or so, full time since I've been online in the network marketing space, inside of the affiliate marketing space, and with digital marketing. In itself, I definitely have been one to be able to create my own products, my own programs, ebooks, coaching, courses. I've done it all. All right. And so I know about it from the individual standpoint, and I know about it from more of an affiliate perspective, all right, where we don't have to create anything, which is, I love it, right? It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work creating your own courses and your own trainings and fulfilling all of it and putting all the videos together and putting all the tutorials together and making sure you have a little bit of support and Facebook group and a community. It's a lot. Oh, the affiliate way is so much better. I love it. And then I'm also a marketing automations expert. So, like I just said, the putting the automations together, putting the courses together, putting the back offices together. I love doing those types of things, but I like doing it just for me and not having to do all that work myself. So if y'all hear my son in the background, that's him with all this extra. He's supposed to be asleep. He's supposed to be asleep. Okay. Nonetheless, the sales funnels, the pages, the automations, being able to have videos like this working for me on my behalf while I'm asleep, while I'm driving to and from school, while I'm driving to baseball practice or batting practice or whatever it is, being able to make money while I sleep is so amazing. I mean, I think I shared, I know yesterday I took my son to the jumpy place, Sky Zone, right? And we were there for like 5 or 6 hours. And I had a sale come in, it was like $600, right? While I'm watching my son play in the glow, because it's nighttime, they do the glow, right? And all the kids are jumping around and playing basketball in the dark because everything is glowing, right? And then I woke up this morning and someone had, made their got enrolled, and it was a $900 sale by the time I woke up, like around 11 o'clock. All right. But the sale came in around 7 a.m. So, what I'm saying is that when you have these types of things in place, it allows you to literally make money in your sleep. And it's only automation and it's only marketing automation that allows that to happen. And if you desire to have a business and a life where you're not glued to Zoom 2, 3 times a week, you're not glued to your phone a few hours a day, or you're trying to spend time with your child like me, but you're constantly on the phone, constantly outside, got to excuse yourself, right? You kind of miss out. You kind of miss out. And I don't want to. I don't want to miss out. And I've been very grateful and very fortunate where I haven't had to, and I don't plan on doing it at this point. All right. So there you have it. You've got that basis on what I'm bringing to the table. And in today's lesson, okay, this is day 27. If you've been following along, we have been going live every day for the past 26 days. It's 27 now, and we're going to keep going until we get to day 90. All right. So we're almost with 1/3. We're almost complete with 1/3 of the challenge. And so there's been a mix of strategy. There's been a mix of how to. There's been a mix of leveraging content creation. There's been a mix of mindset. And there is something that I want to share with you guys here on today in reference to how you perceive things. And that's why the title is called What You See is What You Get. And that is a literal statement. It's literal. What you see is what you get. So not what you see with your eyes, these two physical eyes that you may have. What you see is what you can imagine. When you close your eyes and you think about the life that you desire, the Most High says, ask and you shall receive, right? So, how do you ask? You ask literally by closing your eyes, imagining what you're doing, and being grateful that you've already received it, right? It says, many of our thought leaders say, what the mind of man can conceive, he can achieve. What does that mean? That what does conceive mean? Conceive means to close your eyes, to go into your mind and plant a seed, plant an idea, see something that is in the unseen. And if you plant the idea and you keep nurturing the idea, you keep watering the idea, then it will grow and you'll be able to have fruit of that labor, not manual labor, the fruit of your imagination labor. Okay. And so you have to be able to do that. So it's what you see in your mind's eye. Reverend Ike talks about that all the time. You are in the stage of your imagination, right? You're going to see, if you close your eyes and you pretend that you see a stage in front of you, then whatever you put on that stage, the people, the characters, the scene, the scenario, whatever you can see on the stage of your mind, that is what you will create. So it's what you see. So now let's talk about how that's related to success and why we see tons of people. You probably see thousands of people online who are successful in their businesses, right? You see tons of people that are successful, and maybe you're looking and you're like, well, dang, how come I'm not having that success? Dang, how are these people winning? I know I can speak better than that person, right? I can show up better than that person, or I can provide more value than that person. You're looking and you're assessing and you're gauging and you're comparing. You're like, how are these people being successful? Right? And what I want you to understand is that there are people that are less qualified than you that are making more money than you. And it's not because they're better than you. You know what it is? It's because what they see is the desired result. What you see is worry. What you see is doubt. What you see is what's not working right now. And you have to get out of the present reality and you have to start co creating in your mind. You have to start seeing it in your mind what you do want. If you are seeing or complaining or talking constantly about what you don't have and what you don't see and what is not working, what is happening or what is not happening, what is not occurring for you, what that means is that you are literally in a state where you are using your imagination to create what you do not want. What you do not want. If you want success, if you want results that are beneficial to you, you have to start. You can accept, you can acknowledge, let's use that word. You can acknowledge what is happening around you, but you cannot continue to perpetuate what you see with your physical eye in your mind, because then whatever seed you are planting in your mind, you will continue to get in the physical. It is a perpetual state of self prophecy. You have to understand that. If you think that you're going to acknowledge everything that's not going the way you want it to go and keep speaking about what's not working and keep speaking about what's not happening and keep starting and stopping and starting and stopping and starting and stopping and starting and stopping, at what point do you think what you do want, it can manifest itself? It can materialize. It cannot, because you aren't planting any of those seeds. How are you planting an apple seed and then you're expecting a watermelon? That makes zero sense. You cannot keep planting doubt and keep planting worry and keep planting, complaints and then expect success and abundance and peace, love, joy, happiness. You didn't plant any of that stuff. So you have got to start thinking about where you want to be in the next 6 months. Let's just go by the end of the year. Let's talk about the end of 2024, right? I'm putting a date on this video, depending on where you're watching it, but you got to start seeing where you want to be. And when I say seeing it, I don't mean saying, "Oh, it would be good. It would be nice if by December 31st, I had an extra $30,000 in my bank account." It's not about how nice it would be. It is nice. It is great. But you've got to see it and you got to keep seeing it. That means you need to, in your mind's eye, you need to close your eyes before you go to bed at night. And you need to imagine your bank account with a balance that says $30,000. And you need to see a dollar sign with a three, a zero, a comma, and a zero, a two, and a five, or something like that. You need to see that. You've gone to the bank before and you've gotten receipts from a withdrawal or a deposit, right? And you know what that receipt looks like and you know what that balance says on that receipt. Shift it in your mind. So see the receipt because you know what the receipt looks like. See the receipt in your mind and change the balance. You can change the balance in your mind, change it. And then what you got to do is you've got to go to sleep and just keep seeing that on the loop. Keep seeing that on the loop. Cut the news off. Cut the negative Nancy news off. Cut the negativity about what's bad in your city, what's bad in the country, what's bad with the presidential campaign, what's bad with your local elections, what's bad. Cut all of that crap off while you go on the bed because that is getting in your subconscious and you are planting doubt and negativity. This is why when you get up in the morning, you already burned out from having to go to work. You're already burned out. You already don't feel like doing something because you are listening to an onslaught of looping negativity. And at some point, you got to take responsibility for what you allow in your own mind. You need to be your own gatekeeper. You got to take responsibility for that. You can watch the TV, but you have control of what you watch on the TV. You have control of that. You could choose not to watch the TV. You could decide that's it. I'm not watching any of the news at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, whatever time the news come on. Make a decision that you ain't seen nothing on that news that's been beneficial to you or anybody else. Nothing. So if you acknowledge and you realize it's nothing good coming off the TV, then why would you want to go to sleep to the TV? I get it. Sometimes you need a little something to make you go to sleep or give you calm. Well, you're not going to get calm by listening to negativity. If you need calm, get on YouTube and listen to some meditation music. Get on YouTube and listen to some of that water. Listen to some of those sounds of nature. Listen to those things, those megahertz that calm you and get you into your theta state. Listen to that. Because listening to the news, because you need to have something on, is actually doing you more harm than good. And you wonder why you can't manifest your goals, can't manifest your dream, because you're not thinking about that. You put no effort into thinking and visualizing and imagining what you want. You put zero effort in. There's faith without works is that you have put in zero work in thinking about what you want to see. Zero. How are you expecting $10,000 this month? Oh, I know, because somewhere down the line, you were taught to work hard. Right. But how many generations of people have you seen work hard and still not end up with the result that they want? And how many times have you seen people that you see and they're very rarely working hard and it's like they have the life of their dreams because you've got it backwards. You were taught the backwards formula. And until you recognize that you've been lied to, until you acknowledge and accept you've been lied to about how to get what you want to get, then you're going to keep trying to fit a square peg in a round hole, and it ain't going to work. So we got to make some changes. What you see is what you get. You have to start seeing the results, and you got to start working at it. Listen, you got to build a muscle. Like, do you really expect that if you ain't never did no push-ups, that you finna get down on the ground and you finna do 25 push-ups and your arms are weak as whatever? Like I guess I got a little muscle. I got a little something. Look at that. Hey, girl, strong. I got a little bicep. I got a little something, right? My point is, you have no muscle, you have no endurance, and you're going to think you're just going to get down there and you're just going to create 25 push-ups. It's highly unlikely. Anything is possible, but the probability is extremely low. Highly unlikely that you're going to get down there and do 25 push-ups and you ain't never did one. You would have to work at it. I had to make my son work at it. He could do 25 push-ups, but he got to work at it. He's 10. Now, as he get going, do I expect him at 12 to that's all he can do is 25 push-ups? And he playing baseball on a travel team and on a rec team? Like what at what point does he need to grow? So that's what I'm asking you. So you're 35, you're 45, you're 55, you're 65. At what point do you think you need to move past 25 push-ups? At what point are you going to actually start putting in some work with your goals? When you going to start putting in some work with what you say you want? When y'all going to start listening to some of them teachings at the church? When you going to start actually doing some of the things that you know you're supposed to be doing that you're not doing? Ask and you shall receive. What the mind of man can conceive, he can't achieve. Can you conceive it? If you can conceive it and have the idea, yes. I can make 10, I want to make 10,000 a month. The simple fact that you even had the desire to make it, the Most High has made a way for you to attain it, but you don't know or you don't practice because you do not practice the right exercises of the mind where you can start seeing the receipt and changing the number on the receipt and just keep seeing that in a loop over and over and over and over. You don't do it. You won't practice it. So I want to share something with you guys really quickly before we get out of here on this evening. But this is short. It's less than a minute. But this is a gentleman that I watch. His name is Nero, and he's very, very good. Oh my goodness. He's deep. He's good. He's a young brother, but he's good. And I'm just going to show you one of his reels or YouTube shorts, 40 seconds. But I picked this particular short because I didn't want to spend a lot of time. He has a lot of 30, 40, 50-minute videos on YouTube. Okay. I don't get anything for telling you about this, but I watch him a lot. I'm on his email list and I even get emails from him about things, right, with the mind and how to use your mind, how to practice the muscle of getting what you want. So I'm gonna share this 40-second video with you. I want you to pay attention closely, and when it's done, I'm going to come back and we're going to go ahead and close out for day 27. Okay, check this out.
And the only way that you can have the stronger frequency is if you're able to maintain conviction in your desired reality. Anytime the world can make you deviate from being in the state of being in the frequency of your desired reality, then you will literally be worshipping worry, stress, chaos. And the only way that you can maintain that level of conviction is through practice.
You have to maintain the conviction of your desired reality, the conviction of your desired reality. So A, you have to know what you desire. 2, you've got to be convicted about it. 3, you have to be able to maintain that conviction. You can't be convicted today and then tomorrow you're not convicted about it. What is conviction? Conviction is like an obsession, not in a bad way, but a healthy obsession. A conviction is, I am so dedicated to this cause. I am so serious about achieving this thing. I so want to have this type of freedom. I so want to have this type of life. I so deserve, like I am willing to focus on this thing every day, every moment, every night, every chance I get. I'm going to take some time and think about what I want, close my eyes and see myself having it, be convicted, continuously maintaining the state of conviction. Because if you do not maintain that state of conviction, the world, he says, as you know, has the ability to cause you to deviate from that. You know how it deviates you from that? Because you're on the internet arguing about Olympic athletes. You're on the internet arguing about the color of someone's skin. You're on the internet arguing about who you're voting for in this era, who you're not voting for in this area. I'm not saying you can't have discussions. I do get into discussions with people about it, but what I'm not doing is arguing with people about it, because it can cause you to deviate. You get so caught up in things that matter not to your personal economy, your personal life, your personal lifestyle, what's happening with you in the next 30, 60 days. It matters not. But you spend your time on that. It's causing you to deviate. And that deviation is when you get back to the reality of what you want. Is 30 days later, you realize you still don't have any of the things that you want. What does that mean? That literally means that now you have conjured up worry. You have conjured up stress. And as Sarah said, now you're worshiping those things. You know what worshiping is? Like you're thinking about it so much. You're thinking about it so much that that's what you're giving your energy to. That's what you're giving your life to. When you breathe every day, you are breathing what? Life. Because when you're not living no more, you're not breathing, are you? Well, not you, but other people, right? If someone were to pass away, are they breathing? No, they're not breathing. So, this thing that we have, the ability to breathe air, is actually life. And if you're using your time to breathe your air and think about things that you don't want, you are worshiping that worry. You are giving life to that stress. You are worshiping that chaos in your own life. You created that. Then the devil, you're thinking about the thing that you don't want. So you're getting the thing that you don't want. So it's very simple. Let's change what we see, y'all. Let's put some work in. Let's stop talking about it. Let's be about it. Every night when you go to bed, start imagining, train your brain. It may be hard at first because you're not used to holding an image of something that you want. What you're used to doing is hoping and praying something that you don't want don't happen. And that's why it happened anyway, because that's what you worshiped. That's what you gave energy to. That's what you gave life to. That's what you planted the seed in your mind. So that is the fruit of your labor. That's what you got. If you can't see that you can plant that worry and get the things you don't want, and you could instead use your imagination to plant the things that you do want and then get that result, why would you not use the God gift of imagination to your own benefit? Why are you using your own gift against yourself? That is blasphemy. That is why in the book that talks about the four agreements, Don Ruiz, Don Quavo Ruiz, or Don Ruiz Quavo, I can't think it's one of those, I'm sorry, but the four agreements, he literally says, you should be impeccable with your words. Be impeccable. What does impeccable mean? It means you will not speak against yourself. Because if you understand that God lives within you, then how could you speak against yourself and also not speak against God? That will literally be not being impeccable with your words. So having integrity, doing what you say you're going to do. Do not speak against yourself. Only speak that which you do want. That take practice, because your whole life you've been taught to worry, complain, and hope and pray. And I'm saying to you, well, I don't have any problem with you doing those things, but if that particular thing is not working in that way, what you got to do is you got to go back and say, okay, what am I doing wrong? You don't keep doing the same thing for 30 years. It ain't work. Okay, that must not be the formula. So I want to leave you with this. It's time that you start setting yourself up to win. It's time that you start setting yourself up to have success. It's time that you start setting yourself up to achieve the goals, achieve the dreams, and have the life that you want. How do you do that? It's not necessarily by working harder. You do not need to toil harder. You work hard enough. I'm almost positive that you know how to work hard, and that haven't been working, has it? No. So you don't even need to really work smarter. Like I'm a big proponent for working smart, but I've also learned too that you can work harder, you can work smart, but if your mind is working against you while you're working hard and or working smart, this is going to have precedent. This takes priority. So whatever you're thinking is going to override whatever you're doing. So if you're thinking worry, concern, stress, but you're working really hard and getting all this stuff done and getting all this stuff done and getting all this stuff done and spending all your time, and you tired and your kids don't see you, and you working and you working and you working and you working, but you're doubting, you worry, you concerned, the stress, is chaos. This is going to win every time. And you're going to keep seeing results of the thing that you're thinking versus the thing that you're working. You say, I'm burned out. That's what burned out is. It's you're doing a bunch of stuff and you're not getting the desired result, because what you're thinking, you're overriding what you're doing. You got to be in control of this. Because if you weren't in control of it, you don't understand the power of it. This is how you can be caused to deviate. Too many people are in deviation about nonsense. You're broke, you're unhappy, you're unhealthy. And why? Because you've been deviated. And all you need to do to get back on track is make a decision. You know what? That's it. I refuse to stay off track. I'm going to get on track. When am I going to get on track? Right now. When am I going to get on track? Tonight. When am I going to get on track? Right now. When am I going to track? When I go to bed tonight, I'm going to get on track. I'm going to get on track. I'm going to get this train right on track, get back on track. It's never too late to reroute. It's never too late to reroute. As you going down the wrong path on GPS, and she say rerouting until you get picked up where you are, and they say, okay, go straight for another 3 miles, get off at the exit. Reroute. Stop going the wrong direction, thinking that you're gonna figure it out going the wrong direction. Even if you figured it out, you're still going the wrong direction. Turn around, reroute. So tonight, before you go to bed, while you're getting to sleep, while you're relaxing, I'm going to challenge you for the rest of these 90 days, the rest of this time. I'm going to challenge you. Turn off that TV. Turn that show off. Even if it's not the news, turn off that DVR. Turn off the reality show. Now, I like reality shows now, okay? But I can't watch them at night. I got to turn that TV off, right? My TV ain't on. Do you hear TV? My TV is very rarely on. Cut it off. Now that you cut it off, go to your phone and pull up something on YouTube. Go to YouTube, meditation music. Go to YouTube. Go look up, what's the man's name? What's my guy? Hold on, I'm going to tell you my guy. I got two guys. My one guy, Elmer O. Locker Jr. Go to Elmer O. Locker Jr. I love listening to Elmer stuff. Go to Neville Goddard. Go to Brian Scott. My son loved Brian Scott. Josiah is like, oh, turn on Brian Scott. We listen to a lot of Brian Scott at night. Affirmations, or just music to help get you in a certain wave and think. And so if you use that time and if you use that music and let that music play behind you, and you in your mind, what you're doing is when you're laying down, you're just envisioning the thing that you want. You're just envisioning that bank account showing that balance. You're just envisioning driving that car. You're just envisioning opening up the door to that house. And you don't have to see a whole bunch of the story. You just need to see a little bit of the story. As you build your muscle, you need to see a little bit of the story just on loop. It could be a 3-second loop, right? So you see the house you want. Okay, maybe you can't see all the details inside of the house because maybe you haven't constructed all of that yet. But you know what the outside of your house look like. You know the gist of what the outside of your desire, your dream house look like. Close your eyes, see the outside landscape of that house, and see yourself driving in the garage, maybe, and going through that door through your garage. Maybe you see that over and over and over. Maybe you don't see yourself going in the garage. Maybe for you need to see yourself walking up the stairs to the front, putting your key in the door and the double doors and turning the key and walking into your huge open foyer. Maybe you haven't put together exactly all the details of the foyer yet, whether it's the dining room over here or the office or the marble floors or the hardwood floors or the black and white checker floors, right? It'll all change in your mind. But just see yourself pulling up or driving up the driveway, getting out, walking around a little path and putting your key in, open the door. See that over and over and over and over and over. Then as you get stronger with seeing that, then you'll start going inside the house and you'll start putting together the floors. Okay, I want the white marble floors. No, I want the dark gray hardwood floors. No, I want this, right? Okay, no, dark gray hardwood floors. Got it. Dark brown mahogany hardwood floors. Got it. And now when you go through that door, you see mahogany floors. Go through the door, you see mahogany floors. Go through the door, you see mahogany floors. Okay, now that you got the floors done and it's crystal that just what you want for the doors, then see your staircase. What kind of staircase you got? I got a double staircase going like this. Okay, great. So now you walking around, you see yourself with the key, you see your doors, you see yourself turning the lock, you open the door, you see the mahogany floors, and now you see the double staircase. Now you go back out the house, you come back in the house, you see the mahogany floors, the double staircase. You erase that, you drive back up the drive. Keep seeing yourself doing the same thing over and over and over and over. Do that at night. And listen to this music. Listen to these affirmations. Burn it into your mind. Burn it into your mind. Burn it into your mind. That's why they say it goes from the conscious, which is the idea of the house, into the subconscious, which is now you see the different things, but it gets into the subconscious. You plant the seed. How do you plant the seed? You plant the seed by singing it over and over and over and over. That is the planting. That is the planting. So you can't just pray to God, oh, can I have the house? Because if you pray to God, say, God, can I have a house? God already said, you sure can. Your wish is my command. Ask and you shall receive. Boom, it's already created in the spirit. Got it. Now you won't do no more work. You just keep asking, can I have a house? God said, yeah, I said you got a house. Every day. Well, can I have a house? Yep, you got the house. Can I have a house? God, please give me the house. Yep, I already said that. You got the house. And you go 20 years asking for the same damn house. Why? Because he already then gave you the house. You're not doing the work. Faith without works is dead. The work is imagination, 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 knowing that it's already been created for you. You asked, you received. Now you have to bring it forth. You have to bring it forth. You got to do your part. You got to do your part. So I want you to see what you want. You want $10,000 in a month. You want $20,000 in a month. You want $30,000 in a month. You better start seeing it. And stop begging and start seeing. Because Most High already didn't say it, you could have it. I don't even know what you keep asking them for. If my son asked me, can he play flag football, and I paid for the flag football, why does he got to keep asking me, can he have flag football just because the season hasn't started yet? It would be insane. Keep asking me, can I play flag football? Can I play flag football? I said, I already said, yeah. Every day. Can I play flag football? I said, yeah. Can I play flag football? The hell? I said, yeah. That's insane. That's how y'all doing God. Can I have the house? I said, yeah. Can I have the house? I said, yeah. Can I have the house? I said, yeah. What if God just said, why don't you quit asking me? Why don't you go do the work first? I already said yes. Go do the work. Go imagine it. Go sit down. Go bring it forth. I gave you the faculties to do it. I gave you an imagination. Go use what I gave you. Stop being lazy. Lazy-minded. Stop being lazy-minded. Some of you guys are really, really, really persistent, physically labor, manual labor, but you're lazy in your mind. You don't want to do no mental work. You don't want to have any responsibility. You want to blame what you don't have on the devil. No, blame it on yourself because you did not do the work. And if anything, you were deviated. That's what happened. The devil caused you to not focus, and that is the game plan. Because if you would simply not pay attention to the drama and focus on what you want, then you could get it. But if you can be distracted, if you can be deviated, if you can, any little thing can cause you to lose focus on what you're doing, then yeah, ultimately that's you though. So that's what I want you guys to walk away with. And I want you to practice starting tonight. Practice seeing it in your mind, because what you see is what you get. You want financial freedom by the end of the year, you better start seeing it. You better know what financial freedom look like for you in terms of dollars and cents. You better know what you want so that you can see what you want over and over and over, whether it's a vehicle, whether it's a car. Some of you guys may be thinking, hey, I want children. Great. You better start seeing yourself having a baby. You better start seeing yourself. You want to be married, having a husband. You better see yourself having a successful business. You better start seeing yourself having a healthy body. Stop claiming sickness. Stop claiming sickness and start seeing yourself. And say Jesus will walk the people and how he could perform miracles. What was the real miracle? The miracle was he would see people the way his father saw them. Who was his father? His imagination. He would use his imagination and he would see people. The homeless man, he'd see him not homeless. The power so strong in the mind that he could see somebody in a different state and heal somebody that's sick because he could see them healthy. You have the same imagination, but won't use it worth a darn. Won't use it worth a darn. What good is it? What good is you having an imagination if you're going to use it to harm yourself? What kind of madness is that? Who taught you to use your imagination to worry all the time? And then when I say something like, well, why don't you just imagine it to see what you want? Now that seemed hard. That seemed difficult. That's like there's something wrong with that. No, it's something wrong with you only seeing negativity. It's something wrong with you only seeing doubt. It's something wrong with you only seeing poverty. It's something wrong with you only seeing sickness. It's something wrong with that. That is a mind that has been compromised. And I'm going to ask you to reclaim your own mind. And you better start laying down. You better start seeing the stuff you want. You better start seeing it on the loop. Turn that news off. You better start putting some megahertz, some meditation music on and see what you need to see so you can start moving in the right direction, reroute. And you do it consistently. Let's say faith. You got to listen. It is the law of God. It must happen. It must happen. You can't tell me you believe in God and then you're doubting whether what God said is going to happen. How do you have both at the same time? You cannot have faith and fear occupy the same space. So which one you going to have? You're going to have faith that if you do what you need to do, you're going to have it? Or are you going to be so fearful that you're not going to do it at all and have self-fulfilling prophecy that you didn't get it? Well, you prophesied you wasn't going to get it. So why are you confused or why are you astonished, surprised that you got what you said you didn't want because you worried to death about it? That's why you use your imagination to bring it forth. Use your own imagination for your benefit. Be impeccable with your word. Think of what you do want, not what you don't want. Let's get this show on the road. So now we are getting ready to move along. All right. We are in a position now, ladies and gentlemen, where we are closing out close to almost the first third of the 90 days. Okay. Now, if you have not had a chance to check out the previous parts of the challenge, listen, I'm going to invite you to stay on the channel. You will see here where it says the 30K in 90 days challenge graphic. It's a playlist. Okay. You can go to my playlist on YouTube and you can watch every single episode, every single challenge day up until this point. And once I have videos after tomorrow, so you'll find all of them. All 90 days will be there once we are done with the 90 days. Today is just day 27. So you're only going to have 27 up to this point. But go get busy. You want something to watch? Go watch something like this that's going to be beneficial to your life. Turn that news off. Turn that TV off. Turn that drama off. And go get your hands on the Digital Marketing Blueprint. It's free. The blueprint is actually free. You can literally click on the link in the description below here, the video here on YouTube, or if you're watching it on Facebook, it's going to be inside of the comment section. But click on the link, get your hands on the free Digital Marketing Blueprint. And if that makes sense to you, I'm going to encourage you to take the next step and join us inside of the Legacy Builder program. And then you can run with me in this challenge. You can run with me in the challenge now, but see, the beauty about being a part of the Legacy Builder program is that there's so much more detail to everything that I'm telling you. What you're getting is my rendition and you're getting the surface level of it, but we're talking about in-depth, high quality material education that there are some kids that are paying tuition at schools like LSU to learn digital marketing, and you're right here on the internet and they're having to pay $18,000 a year or a semester or whatever it is for that one class credit hours, right? This is insane. You can get started with this for $900 one time for the rest of your life. But see, that's only if you understand the power of business, right? And understand that the best investment you can make is the investment in your own self. Why? Because what you put up here, nobody can take away from you. No matter what you know is what you know. And so if you find value in the blueprint, I'm going to encourage you to review the rest of the information and get plugged into the Legacy Builder program. Run with me in the challenge, get the depth, the more in-depth information that can allow you to learn how to market on TikTok, learn how to market on YouTube, learn how to market on Facebook, learn how to market on, all these different channels, how to run ads, do all of that on top of then using that to sell whatever you want to sell. The education that we're teaching you, you can apply it to any product or any service that you want. That's the whole point of education, that if you learn how to do it, you can put whatever product you want, any service you want in the midst, and you can apply the trainings to sell more of whatever it is that you want to sell, build your own brand. If you, on the other hand, don't have anything that you want to sell, but you want to learn these strategies, then you can then in turn sell the digital marketing or to sell the Legacy Builder program. And the company, I can't say the company, but the program pays 100% commissions. Like, come on. If you want to make some real money, then what you want to do is you want to make a $900 sale or $900 commission on a $900 sale. You don't want to make 10%. You don't make $90. You don't want to make $180, 20%. You want to make the 100%. Why? Because that is going to allow you to achieve your goals faster. The work that you got to do for marketing is the same. Why not make the sale that's going to make a difference in your life? Why would you want to make a sale that pays you $18? And you did the same video when you could have sold something that paid you $900. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So make sure you click on the link. Get your hands on the digital marketing blueprint. Get yourself plugged into the Legacy Builders community. And I look forward to running with you even further along this 90-day challenge, 90-day journey that we are on. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and close it out for tonight. Day number 27 is in the books. And I can't wait to see you guys on tomorrow for day number 28. Tracy Walker is out. Bye, guys.